All right, all right. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh God. What it is? What? Hello. Блять, так. Мгм. Hello, everyone. Hello. 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 Hello, everyone. Can you see the screen? Oh shit. How do I? Like it's going to be very scuffed because well, I still haven't figured it out how to set up the screen correctly. Can you see the video? I feel like you can see it. I feel like you can see it. Hi everyone. Hi 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 hi. All right. Let me decrease the music. Mm-hmm. Don't get dogs, Aleph, please. uh, no, I'm going to get dogs for this. I'm going to get dogs for this. All right, but that's the risk I'm willing to take. Wait, maybe I should turn that off, given that we're going to. Can we can the video also Hoyo? Yeah. All right.
What is this?
Oh God.
I want you to imagine a world where mystical characters fly around, dodge Damaku, and happens to have a large cult following.
Oh God. It
You
will.
may think of Tall Project in that regard, and you're half right. However,
Hey
now imagine a
Inister.
series that was
Hey Inister.
inspired by Tall Project, has its own existing lore, and has a protagonist with a really big bowler hat. Oh, this strange series is titled Len'en Project. You likely have never heard about it, and it's a bit of a pity because this series can get pretty deep at times. At points, it can even maybe be better than the Inspiration series at Tahoe. So, from its humble beginnings as a simple fan game Danmaku that nobody cared about to an up and coming cult following series. This is a brief overview on whatever Len'en Project is. It all began back in 2010.
All right.
Tahoe was
Here
at its
is the
prime. The best
info.
of the games and fandom collided to create a party that internet users at the time would never forget. Nico Nico user Big Boss
Wait. Wait. The video is quiet. Let me increase the volume then.
uploaded a video titled I Tried
Oh
a Tall
shit.
Style Bullet Hell Shmup made by my wife. It features a typical Dojin bullet hell in crispy 240p quality. Although it didn't get any attention, it planted the seeds for a future series to grow. Three people, the aforementioned
All right. Here is the first. Here is the first piece of misinformation. First piece of misinformation brought to you by Suwawako, the one who doesn't really review, uh, who doesn't, research a lot of stuff. Let's hear it.
Big Boss, Daijin, and Jinx likely
All right. Since I'm going to make a vote for this, for the Toho fans or like, well, I do target the Toho fans because, well, I want them to be aware that, Suwawako isn't exactly reliable. Even though it's like posted a year ago, oh, like, I will show you the examples that he didn't quite learn. Or just for the new Len'en fans who, stumbled across this project by this video, which has 26,000 views. That is actually quite a lot, given that, well, it's Lennon. It's and nobody gives a shit about Lennon. And well, the first piece is misinformation is that this game, Emergency Every Day, was made by Big Boss, Daijin, and Jinx, which is not true. Because, um, I don't know if you can see it. Ah, wait, you can see it. It's all made by Daijin. Like maybe with exception of with the code, because well, she also yes, Daijin is a girl actually, but I can't really blame Suwako for this because, well, we only recently learned about the fact that Daijin is a girl. Well, is a woman actually. But here it is. Next up is music. The sound model I use is pretty similar to the one used by Team Shanghai Alice for the Toho project. Well, yeah, that pretty much says that Daijin is the one responsible for the music and for the drawings. Big Boss, the one who uploaded the video, well, is a member of Lapsus, the the Dojin circle led by Dajin. He's just a merely a playtester. He's merely a playtester. Yeah. I was also, a bit of shocked because, well, for the longest time, we really did believe that Dajin was a man, but no. In the video transcription, is there like oh, here it is. Yes, it's pretty cool. Like in after this context, like oh wait, there's also only afterward, but yeah, like it pretty much means that Daishin might have been the actual wife, not like in inside joke. Translated much later or something. I can't really recall when it was actually revealed. No, it was translated ages ago, like at least from my experience, but the transcript was translated quite recently. And well, Iki pretty much noticed that Big Boss referred Dajin as a woman, so they pretty much corrected it. So yeah. And well, Jinx wasn't even involved. Wasn't even involved in the slightest. He wasn't even in Lapsus. He is nowhere near as involved with this project.
Worked on the game together as their school project, but later down the line, Big Boss and Daijin abandoned the game for unknown reasons. However, Jinx was not so quick to abandon such an interesting idea, so he requested that he get the rights for the strange series from Daijin. He got them, and he went to work. Jinx was heavily inspired by Zun's work ethic, doing all the programming, art, and music all on his own, so he decided to start up his own Daijin circle, Trick Nostalgia, and started to release his own personal projects. You may have seen those strange PC98 remakes on YouTube that never got an official release. Those were made by Jinx. Thanks to those remakes, Jinx got the confidence to develop something with the old series that was lying around in his possession. In November 2013, he released his first official game, Evanescent Existence. Following the story of Yabo-sama and their friends, they get stuck in a strange dimension. All they hear is a voice saying that they must get to the deepest part of the world to win something. It is a game that introduces the series' most iconic character, Holland, an idiot whose main hobby is walking, and the simple ability of jumping across dimensions. Suwawako, a straightforward young prodigy who uses technology to manipulate ink, and Suzumi Kuzu, a powerful person who controls by the resource. They can give information to any playable characters in a series, since that is their job. Development for
Alright, this is it. This Suzumi Kuzo, an iconic character introduced in not Emergency Everyday, Evanescent Existence. I mean, I get where the confusion came from because, well, I do blame Jinx for this because, well, when he released those updates, he pretty much made Suzumi unlockable pretty easily. Yeah. But still, if he took the time to look up their page, because, well, he pretty much only scrolled the wiki, and don't get me wrong, wiki is a good information source, but still, they debuted in Brilliant Pagoda or Haze Castle first. And here, like, what is this? He could have just, read it a bit further. But no, he has to mention that fucking Suzumi, is from evanescent existence. And he could have mentioned literally anybody. Literally fucking anybody. Like, for example, Kuroji, who is, in my heart, is a third protagonist. Because, well, they appear in almost all of the games and pretty much have their own interesting storyline. He could have mentioned Klaus, which is like the Jesus Christ of Lenen project. Like, Klaus is way more iconic. And he could have mentioned Tsurubami because he doesn't mention Tsurubami.
Powerful person who's controlled by 3 souls. They can give information to any of the number of drafts needed for everything. It was the same case for the following game, Earthen Miraculous Sword. Ironically, it was also released on the same day.
Like, he doesn't mention Tsurubami. You know, the most important character in Lenen. And he flashed them. He flashed them a lot when he showcased the fan art of this game. Yet, he must have been controlled by Suzumi to spout this misinformation. Because I seriously don't know. He could have, read the story. It's not like that long. Even as in existence, all is pretty much basic. It's very basic. Oh. Let's continue.
In November 2013, so it was likely that Jinx worked on these 2 games at the same time.
No, it's not more likely. He was working on these games simultaneously and then released at the same day.
Follows the story of Yabasama and Suwawako noticing the strange cloudy weather, so they had to go and investigate.
They didn't notice the clouds. In fact, they couldn't give much of a shit. They were forced to investigate by Jinbei. And for those who are not aware, because again, I'm doing the stream not for the veterans such as myself, but for new Lenen fans or Toho fans, this is Jinbei. Can you see them? Yeah, you partially can see them, Tsurubami erasure. Yeah, Tsurubami erasure. We cannot stand for this. Yeah, this is Jinbei. And Jinbei is Shikigami of Senri Shrine, where those two pretty much now belong to. And well, our protagonists are pretty much, they couldn't give too much of a shit about what the fuck is going on Mugenri. The one who actually noticed this, with exception of Jinbei, is Kuroji. And he didn't fucking mention them.
Only a few days after the release of the first 2 games, it was revealed that he had completed a title screen. He stated that this new project was set to release at Comic-Con 85 in 2013, but was pushed back a while due to motivation and burnout.
Read the Omakis, yeah. You should read the Omakis. And well, Jinbei is such obscure character that actually appears in game's ending. I forgot which one. They appear first in Ermi, ending of Shine Team.
However, in October 2014, Jinx finally released the game, Reactivate Majestical Imperial. It follows the story of spirits roaming about and the winters lasting longer than it should be. So, Yabasama and Suwawako had to investigate again. All the Lenen and PC98 remakes were...
Well, I can't really fault for this. Yeah, Jinx is a very good writer. He's a very good writer. Also, I can't really fault him for this, but he forgot to mention that other characters appeared to solve the incident. And he showcases the footage of those other characters even more than, the Yabasame or Tsubakura. Like that Kuroji pretty much became playable in AMC, or that Yaorochi and Sukune also got have playable treatment, and Sangimaru pretty much became Kuroji's slave. But whatever.
Obscurity, but was received well by the people who played them. A cult community was forming around this strange Toho bootleg. They wanted to see more from Jinx, but he had to take a break for a while to recharge. He did come up with some strange new ideas that would help define what Len'en would become in the future, though. After a hiatus lasting for a few years, the man himself was hard at work developing what many would consider his magnum opus. Brilliant Pagoda, or Hades Castle, was the fourth game in the series and a major change at that. In January 2015, Jinx announced in a blog post that he was going to make a game that had new mechanics, new characters, and be appealed to a more casual audience. After 2 years of development hell, the game finally released in December 2016, with updates coming the following September. The story is pretty dense, but to put it in short, the Yokai and Capital City army are in the midst of a mock war. Why do they have
No, not really just a mock war, because well, the voting implies that they are pretty much waging a war between against themselves, but no, they are waging a war between imperial army, and that's important because well, that's the reason why we have Brilliant Pagoda or Haze Castle.
to go to war so suddenly? That is the mystery for the player to discover. The game is notable for being a more different experience in the past 3 games, especially the differing path system where you can choose where you want to go. Is the game actually good? That's a topic for another day. Jinx is willing to
And that another day never came. Persev.
experiment with different genres and mechanics in his recent games, especially the 2 upcoming ones. The enigmatic monochrome world is set to be the 5th game. Little is known about it besides that it will be a 2D action game that takes place in the past. It's currently on hiatus due to Jinx developing another game, Book of the Cafe. Strangely enough, it is a mobile business cafe simulation game where you cook, wash, and deliver food to your customers.
Completely forgets the rumor forcing the Shine team out. Yeah, he does a very brief overview. And well, in my planned video that I pretty much can't, I also did, the more brief overview. I just covered the Evanescent Existence story. I didn't really want to reveal, the EMC story, LME story, and BPLC, which is pretty much spoiler heavy. Oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah, shoutouts to you, Eternal Shy Maiden.
This one, we actually have footage and development updates from time to time. Currently, the game is in beta, so it's likely to release soon. Soon.
It actually pains me too. Because, well, Botsy is currently fucking dead. Oh, and the side plots which are arguably more important than Shine Team. Yeah. Yeah, he pretty much fucking forgets the main draw of the Lenen project. Is that it has a lot of characters, and those characters are expanded upon massively. Like, this shit isn't something that Toho can flaunt about. Only appears in Botsy footage. Yeah.
Despite being enigmatic, Jinx does communicate with his fans more often than Zun does nowadays. I like to think that the Lenen community was like Toho back in 2005, back before it grew really big thanks to Nico and memes. Every once in a while, he releases an update video on his channel Yabasame and Subakuri Yukuri looking things talk.
And he didn't name them correctly because on the left side it is Zelo-chan, and on the right side is Reikun, and on the far left we have Lintan.
Talking about updates for Book of the Cafe. Heck, he's even done interviews before with the Lenen wiki for a few English fans. The most recent one was in 2021 and has 358 questions. Oh my goodness, Lenen is bigger than I thought. Jinx has done other.
No, we just crave for answers. It's not really that big, I feel. Like, after Bot C, pretty much the fandom died. And well, those who stayed had a lot of questions. And while this interview has a lot of questions, some of the questions are not answered because, well, it's a secret. It's a secret.
releasing games though, like releasing his own album, opening a Pixel fan box where you can donate to him, and spawn a cult-like fan base. I mean, when there's a section for famous artists on the
He couldn't name them because anything related. Yeah, he pretty much, Tsurubami. Who's Tsurubami? Tsurubami, like, boom, gone. Gone.
That is a testament to how tight-knit the community is. The Len'en community. I'll promise you, I will make more videos talking in depth about the lore and games and maybe featuring a special guest one day. Wink wink. Holy crap, what now? If it's freaking Koishigen, I'm going to freak out. Holy crap! Suwawako from Lenen Project!
Alright, this was the only joke that is actually funny. Maybe it's biased, but still, that was actually really good. A very good joke. Unfortunately, the rest aren't that funny. But yeah, it pretty much, this video, like, I do appreciate the evanescent no, not evanescent existence, emergency everyday segment, because, well, it pretty much tells you why Lenen became pretty much a thing, and it is quite important to the Lenen history. But overall, this game tells you nothing. And let alone things that actually make Lenen what it is. The characters. How much they're very much expanded. He only talked about that BPOC lore is very dense and, it's undeniable, but still, like, no shit, Sherlock. The game is with 1,000 fucking louds. Let's watch the 50 Unreal Facts, Lenen Facts, because, well, that is the second video.
Did you know? Yapasama Holen is the most huggable Lenen character. It's absolutely true according to the latest Lenen popularity poll, where Suwawako and Uraku came in first place.
No, because this isn't really a fact, I would argue. Because, well, this is an opinion of several people. It's not like stated by Jinx that, yeah, Yabusami is the most huggable person, And I would argue that is not true. I would say that Sho is the most huggable because, well, they're squishy. Even though they might poison you, which is, well, because they're slug. I think also Lenen's Suwawako has more inaccuracies, but not true.
They have a large hat that is resemblant of the Eye of Senri, a mysterious item that Senri shrine priests use. It's a
well, it was inherited. It's not like, oh, they happen to have two eyes. No. I saw that too when I was, just in the project. Like, it was like 1 month, but still, it's not that. It's not that.
Secret on what it can actually do, but we know for certain that the eye on Suwako's hat is living. However, Suwawako did not actually win the popularity poll if you count Suzumi, or rather their 3 personalities. Suzumi Kuzu is confusing since they can be considered 1 or 3 characters, so you can make the argument that they may have indirectly caused election fraud.
No, I would argue that it's not the election fraud because, well, their 3 personalities are still like separate people, those 3 are 3 separate beings. And here's the actual fact for you guys. Because election fraud on this popularity poll actually happened. Because when the first results of the popularity poll were revealed, it pretty much said that Klaus was the most popular Lenen. And as a result of this, Jinx pretty much went ahead and made them a unit in Bot C, Santa Claus, if you guys remember. But it was later revealed that it was not true. It was just a miscalculation, which is hilarious. This shit is hilarious.
Contrary to the most popular, Tsubakura's own mother placed dead last in the poll. Much is known about her besides the fact that she died before the events of Evanescent existence. On to the games themselves. Evanescent
He didn't mention the. Well, it's not really a fact, but more so speculations that it something has to do with them creating a fucking bomb. You know, the nuclear bomb. In and that what makes Tsubakura fucking Oppenheimer.
existence is not actually the first Len'en game. Emergency Every Day is considered the first Len'en game, but it never got released, only being shown on one video on Nico Nico Doga in 2010. Another fact is that Jinx, who is considered the developer and father of Len'en, did not actually make Emergency Every Day, but rather by one of his friends and inspirations, Daijin. Nothing else is known.
Well, I thought he didn't collect it, but actually he collected it, which is surprising. Maybe my fucking memory is failing me. He did actually collect this. Oh my god.
About him besides the fact that he made an appearance in the game as a character, where a hat looks a little familiar to another character. Another old creation of Len'en is a music video released in 2012 about the Wings of Marguerite called Critical Point bidding its last farewell. It gives us an early listen to Jinx's music style where it sounds more reminiscent of Toho. Jinx was rather surprised that the fandom knows that this music video exists, as it was supposed to be a secret for a later time. Thanks to this, he might do an arrangement in the future, so look out. During this time,
And he didn't mention the fact that they actually appear in the first music album of Jinx related to Lennon, and that they're pretty much the protagonists. That's the first, and the second is that they're the first characters that are gendered and not dead.
Jinx made remakes of all the PC98 games with his own style in the game engine used in Emergency Every Day. They were released on the Nico Nico Doga as April Fool's jokes and just never released them. Evanescent exists.
Well, I will debunk this fact. Well, not really debunk this because he really didn't upload them, but he alludes something that I want to debunk. So we'll get to that later.
Is the first public Len'en game, releasing in November 2013. After making the PC98 games for a while, he wanted to do something different with the DirectX library, and seeing as he had the Len'en IP lying around, he decided to do something with it, thus giving birth to the Len'en as we know today. In the omake for the game, it is revealed that Yabusame and Tsubakura had 50 candidates for their own names, but Jinx picked the ones with the deepest meaning and highest connection to the characters. Suwawako has a design that is a homage to the Daijin. Their personality of technological prowess and ability to enjoy what is enjoyable may also have come from Daijin too. Their name consists of 4 kanji. The first two, Tsubakura, is the Japanese name for a swallow bird, but these specific kanji were chosen as it could also mean mysterious bird. Their last name, Enraku, likely means partying, a reference to their ability to enjoy what is enjoyable. On a poll on Jinx's Twitter, thanks to Suwakura's name getting last place, Jinx revealed the deeper meaning behind the kanji of their name anyway. Each kanji has a hidden meaning of either black or white. The first kanji has the radicals for north, which according to Wuxing philosophy, the north is associated with water, and the color associated with water is black. The Nanori reading for the third kanji is kuro, which means black. The other 2 kanji have radicals for white in them.
Yeah, that's actually a very fascinating fact because, well, it was. I remember when I was first using Twitter, I was pretty much, like I didn't really know Japanese, but it still kind of mesmerized me because, well, this kind of shows that Jinx is very much goated when it comes to characters, very much goated. Also, another fact that is related to this poll is that one of the options, I don't remember the first option, but one of the options was to reveal real Klaus's name, and it didn't get enough votes. So we could have lived in a timeline where we didn't see Jinbei in their full beauty, but we knew Klaus's real name. And now it's a fucking secret held to till the end of time.
Full name has these kanji. The first two kanji, yabusame, is a Japanese word for an Asian stubtail, a cute and small fat bird. Their last name, Holen, literally means phoenix and link respectively. It also has the same pronunciation as Holden, which is a sort of carriage with phoenix decorations on their ribs that was used in ancient Japan. Literally, the name means Asian stubtail phoenix. There is no wordplay between the two, sadly. Yabusame's birthday could be a reference to dimensions in string theory. They were born on November 26. According to the different types of string theory, M theory calls for 11 dimensions, while bosonic string theory requires 26 dimensions for it to happen. This is speculated because Yabusame has a spell card that is a reference to M theory.
And well, their theme also references the M series, and overall, the 2D clothes is also pretty much, what clothes are made of? Of series of strings, you know?
Yabusame has once cosplayed as P98 Marisa in the 30th anniversary drawing. On the game.
And he didn't he forgot to mention that Suwawako cosplays as modern Reimu. Yeah, as modern Reimu. And no, yeah, it's modern Reimu because you can see the yellow tie. And it's not, the PC98 Reimu. Because, well, her attire is very much drastic.
Has once cosplayed as PC98 Marisa in the 30th anniversary drawing. On the game's manual for Brilliant Pagoda or Hades Castle, Yabusame is labeled with a 9-ball next to him on the same page as the game's layout. This is a reference to Cerno suffering the same treatment in the Phantasmagoria Flower Review manual.
Another fun fact when it comes to manuals is that, well, let me pull it up. Let me cook. Let me show you a very cute fact. No. 15 umbrella. And you can see that the umbrella is here.
On Evanescent Existence's title screen, we can see a silhouette of a crane, which is a reference to Tsudabami's bird name.
Oh god, I think he still thinks that Tsurban is not important.
The stage mind theme has the phrase, which means something like the patronize or to praise something in a condescending way. The phrase has the kanji for front and back, which is likely a reference to Kuroji Shitoto's ability to reverse the front and the back. Kurohebi's design was likely inspired from Big Boss of Emergency Every Day, which in turn was also inspired from Big Boss of Metal Gear. Kurohebi's design is more or less its own thing, but the inspiration character, you can kind of see it.
Wait, I got distracted. I got distracted, sorry.
Big Boss of Metal Gear. Kurohebi's design is more or less its own thing, but the inspiration character, you can kind of see it. Hoaka Shitoto is the middle sibling of the Shitoto family.
Wait. I might be wrong because I don't really know the Metal Gear Solid lore at all. But I heard that, well, the big boss, the snake from Metal Gear, is an artificial human, and Kurohibi is also an artificial human, and they're both made to kill. But there's I heard about Metal Gear Solid themes, at least some of its themes, through Meti, not the bad guy, and well, he did mention that even someone like Snake can be a child to his creator, and well, yeah, pretty much Kurohibi is a baby, a child. Wait, you're from Russia? I am from Russia. and well, Far East Russia to be exact, because my accent pretty much is visible, is audible, especially when I speak Russian. You can actually hear that I'm from Far East. I'm not Slav. I'm more. I look closer to being Asian. Solid Snake is a clone, so I guess you could call him an artificial human. Oh, well, yeah, and well, that is the parallel, and well, the hairstyle is pretty much giving.
They have a spell card that features.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a direct reference because Len'en has direct references like this to other series, like one of the Cecil spells being directly out of Marowak's moves. Yeah, and then like my friend or uh, also pointed out to me that their skeletal hand is most likely inspired by Necromancer from Magic the Gathering. So here, yeah.
The plant, or more commonly known as the forget-me-not flower. Klausa is the final boss of
Wait. What he was talking about again?
more or less its own thing, but the inspiration character, you can kind of see it. Hoaka Shitoto is the middle sibling of the Shitoto family. They have a spell card that features the plant, or more commonly known as the forget-me-not flower.
Why he forgot to mention the big facts? The big facts about Hoaka. Is that they lost a fucking arm in the prologue of BPHC, or that they have two souls? Like, I know they're spoiler heavy, but still. Why mention this? Why mention this? Of all things. Yeah, Undertale is a Len'en ripoff. I will stand on this hill. Still, like, why? That said, also hidden. Oh yeah. Yeah, that too. And well, there is also a neat fact that their arm is pretty much a smells like pepperoni. Like he could have mentioned that, but instead we get this. Like it could actually, be somewhat relevant. I don't really know Hanakotoba, or at least I don't know the meaning of forget me not in Hanakotoba. I think I'll actually look it up when we finish this video. But still, he could have mentioned this. He could have mentioned those two facts.
Klausa is the final boss of Evanescent Existence. They have a very long name. Wilhelm von Clausewitz Halcyon Husuimaru. Okay, that's not all. Klausa has a defeated portrait, which is rare among the Lenen cast. It's also different if you are playing as Yabusame or Tsubakura.
And well, he didn't actually show them. Okay, so to explain the difference between the defeated portraits, like I wonder if it's actually in their page. Like I don't think it is, but you know. And he forgot to mention that this is a false name. This is a false name. Oh god. Oh wait, it doesn't show. But anyway, the difference is that in Tsubakura's defeated portrait is that they're not really exactly hurt, but they have like the just that bandage emoticon, or I don't know how you call these things in anime, but basically their clothes are not tattered, they just are defeated because Tsurubami was pretty much going easy on them. And yeah, Tsubakura is actually Tsurubami, and I don't know if he forgot to mention that. And in Yabusame's, they didn't hold back, so Klaus is completely tattered. And our candidates are pretty much, well, tattered from this battle. So Yabusami was pretty much finishing them off. So this video is just him going over Len'en facts? Yeah. And even then, they're just, the basic shit you learn when you're, like, in Len'en. Like, not really learn, but know, you know?
Can speak English, as shown in their appearance in the extra stage. It is also confirmed that Tsunebami is also different if you are playing as Yabusame or Tsubakura. Tsunebami Senri can speak English, as shown in their appearance in the extra stage. It is also confirmed that
And he didn't mention in which one. And well, they speak in English, like I think in Yabusame's, like, and it was, made as Spanish in the English translation. I have a question. I still don't know Tsubami, Tsubakura, and Len'en too. Да, кстати, здорово, Холиноид. Здорово. Блять, куда я вообще попал? Wait, I was trying to look up the story. What the hell? Also, I really appreciate that the Lenen wiki is much more, more concise, because the Toho wiki is, I feel like it's very archaic. Very archaic because, well, they have story and translation on it separate. And, well, why not just combine them? Why not just combine them? Wait, it's... Oh, it was in Tsubakura's then. It was in Tsubakura's. My bad. My B. On Toho videos, it's like that too. Yeah, just because Suwawako knows Toho doesn't mean he knows Len'en. Perhaps he should have taken more time. He seems here kind of noob who just read the wiki articles. Yeah, he basically just read shit. He only just read shit. No, Tsurubami only pretends to be Tsubakura and Len'en one as far as I know. Yeah, they only pretend to be, Tsubakura. And even then, they stop pretending in like only in extra stage of Tsubakura, which you unlocked after beating Yabusame's storyline and, well, Tsubakura's, well, main story, or fake Bakura. What here? No, I'm not going to speak Spanish. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Who are you?
Tsunebami is the strongest character in all of Lenen, but they have yet to show their true strength.
Like, and the facial features and posing is more happier also, because Yabu calls them out for mimicking them badly. Yeah, they're pretty much, the Tsubakura loving missile. Which is me paraphrasing from Botsi.
Which is compared to the entire world's military, including nuclear weapons. It is not confirmed if the ability to speak English is related to his power. When you complete the game,
It's not really, a correction or anything. It's just me speculating. But I think because, well, he didn't mention this, that they're also an outsider. Because yes, Tsurubami is an outsider, which pretty much went into Mugen a very long time ago, and now they're pretty much, the Mugenri's dictator. And, well, it's perhaps because they're, not a foreigner, outsider, that they know English. Hi, Catman.
game, you can unlock 3 extra stages. An easy extra,
They spoke Spanish in earlier translations, they speak Japanese in recent English patches. Oh.
a regular one, and if you beat the game on Unreal difficulty, an absurdly difficult extra. This is significant because most Tahoe games never had more than one extra stage, with Perfect Cherry Blossom having two. One of
But that's not really a thing. Like, let me, if I got it
extra
right.
stages, an easy extra, a regular one, and if you beat the game on Unreal difficulty,
Oh wait, he just talks about difficulties. He didn't mention extra plus alpha. And well, those are just difficulties. Phantasm isn't a difficulty. It's a continuation of extra stage. He should have mentioned that extra alpha is the phantasm equivalent, is Lenen's equivalent of phantasm stage.
had more than one extra stage, with Perfect Cherry Blossom having two. One
Like, easy extra and absurdly extra are just, the difficulties of extra stage. And even then, absurdly extra is just a meme. It's just cancer.
of the theme songs in the game is not composed by Jinx, but rather someone else. Theories speculate that it is extra mine due to its unusual instrumentals, or the staff roll because it sounds like an arrangement of an older song, or even Tsubami's theme as it sounds a lot like Daijin's composition, Save the Game.
Wait,
But rather someone
what is he talking about?
Tahoe games never had more than one extra stage, with Perfect Cherry Blossom having two. One of the theme songs in the game is not composed by Jinx, but rather someone else. One of the theme songs in the game is not composed by Jinx, but rather someone else. Theories speculate that it is extra mine due to its unusual instrumentals, or the staff.
Ah, so that was he talking about. I forgot, actually, or at least didn't really pay attention to that. Like, yeah, it's music, whatever. But it is actually a neat fact. I give him that.
Sounds a lot like Daijin's composition, Save the Game. The second game,
Extra Sigma.
Miraculous Sword, was a
Well, this is the same translation of the classic line, let's do the cha-cha. Wait, this was a mistranslation. Because, well, the country, the Japanese, well, cha-cha то там это, или как там сейчас. Let me look this up. Let me look this up. Because, well, at least this line, I know that this appears in Yabusame's extra. Yeah, cha-cha to yaru kai. And, well, it was mistranslated as, well, the, the cha-cha. It's not spoken in English. It's just a mistranslation. It's just a mistranslation, guys.
officially released on the same day as Evanescent Existence. This is because Jinx was developing the two games in tandem with each other. The two games had characters that followed separate themes. Evanescent Existence had a cast of humans, while Earth and Miraculous Sword had a cast of yokai.
Да ладно. But it's actually really neat. It's actually really neat that, that they're pretty much the opposites. And I really wanted to make a video in style of Megapig. Like, you remember those videos where he, talked about how the Toho 6 progression or Toho 7, like, it was very neat and actually made me see PCB in a more positive light because I thought it was just a mid game. I'm sorry. But he forgot to mention that there are a lot more humans in Lenen that are, capable, which is another thing that makes Lenen Lenen.
Jun Amanomiya is an umbrella yokai commonly seen singing. However, Jun is tone deaf according to Sensei Kitsukai.
What?
Jun Amanomiya is an umbrella yokai commonly seen singing. However, Jun is tone deaf according to Sensei Kitsukai.
Well, we can't really say for sure if it's an actual fact because, well, it only came from Sessa, and, well, I don't think Sessa is that reliable. They maybe just hate June singing.
Sho Amanamori is a slug yokai, so by that logic, if you throw salt on them, they will grow a bit bigger, but they will die shortly afterwards. Now, why does this matter? Because Sho cannot have McDonald's french fries. In all seriousness, they are seen running around with Jun where Sho will throw tantrums to make it rain. Lumen
He for well, I can't really blame because, well, it is a more niche fact, but he forgot to mention that they're not just a slug, they're a sea slug. More specifically, the sea hare. And there are a lot of things alluding to that nature. Well, first of all, the sea hares in Japan were known to induce rain. That's the first, and, well, the second is them leaving the purple trails, which is pretty much sea hare's defense mechanism.
Celerita's name is a
Yeah, also, yeah, end up being very low important as well. Yeah, like, story wise, Len'en is just way better. Way better. It makes me actually feel something for the characters.
reference to Albert Einstein's equation E equals mc squared. This is because lumen is Latin for light, while celeritas is Latin for speed or swiftness, which relates to the formula as it's about speed of light in a vacuum. Jinx himself said that it's an unusual name. Adaguma no Yap
Oh wait, I could have had that effect, but it's very banal, and I don't think it's that interesting.
Yaorochi is based off the legendary eight-tailed Japanese dragon, known for his battle between Susanoo where he was killed while drinking alcohol. Yaorochi is also inspired by 12th century emperors Antoku and Go-Toba.
Well, he made it sound like he pretty much, you know, you know, just fed the alcohol to the snake and, well, left it at that. Because I do remember that he used multiple barrels and then, cut his heads off. And also, you know, Orochi, well, is inspired by Yamato no Orochi. Yamato no Orochi is a character in Lenen, and, well, he pretty much died. And, well, from his death, there were the Adaguma siblings were born, and only two remained. Well, Yaorochi and, well, Saragimaru, Salami.
Adaguma no Saraiki Maru was born from Yaorochi's own eye. Thanks to this, he is very knowledgeable on things. Jinx confirmed that he is the most mature and only one of common sense in the entire Len'en franchise.
Well, he forgot to mention that, the Len characters are genderless, and I now realize that, he didn't actually mention that another thing that makes Toho who is that characters are mostly genderless. Or if you have a gender, you fucking die. And, well, Sargimaru is genderless. And, well, he forgot to mention that Yaorochi is based on his right arm. He mentioned that Sargimaru is born from the eye, but forgot to mention that Yaorochi is born from the right arm, and that's why they're fucking obsessed with Tosuken. No fact about... Yeah, that's also a fucking mishap. That's also a fucking mishap.
Sukune Katano is known to be one of Jinx's favorite characters as shown in the February 2019 questionnaire. Reactivate Majestical Imperial was originally going to...
Also, I don't really remember if it was revealed before or after this video, but Sukune is pretty much the first drawn character from Lenen. Like, I do remember it being a relatively recent discovery made by Ike. And, shoutouts to Ike. Ike is the GOAT. Pretty much carries the entire Lenen project on their fucking back.
released in December 2013, the same year as the previous two games. But due to burnout and delays, Jinx had to delay the game until October 2014. The 0.508 trial version of the game was considered lost media for the longest time, but in early 2022, the game leaked to the West thanks to preservation efforts by the Chinese community. The 0.018 trial still remains lost to this day, though.
I think it was actually found. I think it was actually found recently. But, I don't really want to look this up. Mm-hmm.
Tenkai Juifeng is based off a real-life monk of the same first name. Tenkai was an advisor to the shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu, one of the first reunifiers of Japan during this time. Unrelated, but they are sometimes called melons since Tenkai looks like one. This annoys them, however.
Yes, and well, from his wording, again, I don't really blame him for this, but from his wording, it seems like in fan base, like everyone calls him Mel. No, it's actually in universe and in fandom.
Fujiwara no Iozane is based off real-life pirate Fujiwara no Suitomo. He is known for his revolts against the Taira clan in the Heian era in the mid-900s. Tsugumi Umitachi.
And overall, there are a lot of characters based on historical figures. In like Fumikado, like he mentioned, Tsurubami and Tenkai. He forgot to mention that Tsurubami is also based on a historical character, but didn't forget that Tenkai is based on that. And he could have mentioned another neat fact is that they're colored in like BPOHC because, well, we Leikun and Zelchan's channel uploaded the BPOHC oath, and Klaus and Tenkai are the only characters that are, fully colored. Not really like their silhouette. Like their silhouette is colored, and in a very weird way too. But it's not really related to like them being white because there are characters that are, instead of being black, their silhouettes being black, they're white, which in my opinion signifies that they're pretty much strong, like really, really strong and dangerous.
Is good at making vegetable curry and Japanese picked vegetables. Really pagoda or hates cat.
And there was also another fact that he forgot to mention, but I also don't really remember. I just only know that Fumikado can only cook eggs, and that's it. Like Yazane actually could cook something, but again, I don't remember. And no, if no, I'm not going to look it up. I'm not going to look it up. It'll take forever.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, when the sprite randomly goes black and white. No, let me cook. Let me cook. Because yeah, that's also a thing. That's also a thing because let me show you. Let me show you because that's also the thing that. Shut up! Shut up! Mikado does make bombas eggs, and we love them for that. Yeah. Yeah, here's the OST, and as you can see, when it comes to boss themes, well, Suzumi is painted white, and that's not only that because like as you can see, majority of the silhouettes are like black with some accents, and yeah, here it is. Like you can see Tenkai being like orange and green, and Klaus being this. And that's not the only instance of characters being silhouettes being white because, well, as you can see, there is Shion when they're first born, and, well, Sese X, well, their powered up form. But yeah, Tsurubami and Tenkai flash black and white when they move, and I don't think he mentioned this fact. Let's see.
Was released 3 years later in September 2017. The game was the first to show a redesign of the Len'en kanji logo, from complex to more simplified. This change later applies to the earlier games too. Len'en
And again, I don't really remember where when the when it was revealed, but actually the spellings are lore relevant because, well, the archaic spelling is the previous arc, pre-Suzumi arc. Then simplified is, well, post-Suzumi arc. Then we have uh, the past arc, which is which I can assume is from outsiders' point of view, which is spelled like this, and this is very important actually. And I assume, like, if it's spelled like with kanji, no, katakana, then the spelling with hiragana is going to be either a past arc, either from Mugenri, or just separate fucking arc. Oh yeah, I never noticed the significance of cows. Klaus and Tenkai having gradients in the O's probably alludes to something in process right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's also because X Alpha. Oh yeah, so yeah, he. I don't think he also mentions that there is a scary silhouette behind them. And well, Tenkai and Klaus connections, they are pretty much more deeper. And, well, the most notable for me is that Klaus seems somewhat surprised that Tenkai kind of recognizes them. Like, Tenkai is like, "Oh, it's you!" And Klaus is like, "What the fuck? Why are you so surprised?"
4 has almost every character from the franchise featured in this game. Think of this as like a Smash Ultimate, but for Len'en Project. Len'en Ultimate? The game is most different from others as it uses the cell system. Basically, differing paths which allows for different bosses and stories to be told. It also has 38 playable characters with shot types that you can upgrade so you can make them stupidly powerful. Len'en has moments of breaking the fourth wall, such as when the game ends so the character can congratulate the player for winning. Every year or so, Jinx uploads a drawing to his Pixel celebrating Lennon's anniversary in November and celebrating Christmas in December. Rei and Zello are members of Jinx's official channel, appearing in various update videos. They are separate characters as Suwawako and Yabusame. Heck, they're not even the same species as them, being monochroids. They transform into a head for a lot of their appearances, referencing the Yukari Toho meme. Trickness.
And also because it's just much easier to produce videos when they're in their Yukuri form. Also, another fun fact, which is not really mentioned here, is that monochrons were actually conceptualized before VTubers took off, and they were made before VTubers became mainstream. They were still a thing when they were first created, like Kizuna Eye, but then they massively took off in 2020. And, well, they are VTubers in more traditional sense, in that they are virtual YouTubers, not like yeah, let's go, he actually name dropped them, yeah. And not like streamers, because, well, now Tabinoki exists. And yeah, like monochrons were just created before, like when the story was conceptualized, I believe, but he didn't really expected them to become YouTubers. He pretty much jammed with it.
Nostalgia has two meanings. The trick part is because of Jinx's tendency to release videos without
Привет,
actually
Лев
releasing the
Яша.
product. while nostalgia with an IE is an old spelling of nostalgia, both being related to the PC98 era games that Jinx made a long time ago. And if
Also, like, I think it's not really as old spelling, more like a uh French no nostalgia translation, because there's a lot of French. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty much spelled with French, and Lennon also has, you know, the French loading screen. Like now loading GUI или как там. I don't really speak French. I'm not going to speak French.
official Len'en CD does exist, a world that is not fantasy. The most popular Len'en
And that's it. It doesn't exist. No mention of the fact that it's actually very relevant to the plot, or that the main characters are actually from Migrate Train, or that those two characters appeared later. No, it just exists.
video is a remix of Tsurubami's theme, Present World Dance Engine. A lot of the Len'en
And he forgot to mention that it was actually acknowledged by Jinx. Moving on.
cast have names referencing birds. Jinx himself has got the same treatment, where his name is the scientific version of a wireneck, a type of old world woodpecker. From a Christmas
And he forgot to mention that those characters are actually important.
2014 blog post, it is known that Rika from Story of Eastern Wonderland is Jinx's favorite PC98 character. Oh, DeviantArt will love this fact. Jinx can apparently cross his toes without using his hands. Take that as you will. And finally, Jinx has a special talent, to be able to split disposable chopsticks perfectly.
Alright. Let's search the Hanakotoba meaning of, you know, the forget me not. Again, I don't really think it's that reliable. I mean, the sources that specialize in Hanakotoba, but you know, it's beauty, peace, and hope. Okay. But I wonder why this plan specifically. Alright. And let's go to the last video where Lennon was mentioned. Well, here. We're going to skip through, you know, the. Alright, here it is. I'm not really that interested at first, and the second is that It is like Lennon stream after all. I'm still waiting. Oh! Don't forget my. Oh. You missed entire video of Suwawako not elaborating. Rating enough on the details that deserve it more. Wait. He made 4 videos? I thought those were 3.
And now, a quick detour to talk about Len'en Project. All of you 10,000 people will enjoy this one. The series is famous for the first technical game, Emergency Everyday, being completely lost, aside from footage from one Nico Nico Doga video uploaded by Big Boss. The game was a passion project created mainly by 3 students, Big Boss, Daijin, and
He calls me this again. He corrected it and fucking made the mistake again. That it was made by 3 people. By Big Boss and Jinx. Jinx wasn't even involved.
later on, Jinx got permission mission to create future Len'en games as if it was his own. But he never publicly leaked Emergency Everyday for unknown reasons. But this is not the first time Jinx hid his...
No, he doesn't even. Oh, doesn't have the game. He doesn't have the fucking game. And I will pull up the source this time. How does one be this consistent on one fact? Like, yeah, seriously, how do you mess this up? He doesn't have the game. Oh wait, it's not the wrong interview. Like, it was. He could have mentioned that it was almost complete. That's a first, and also like we can actually see what Yuzana was cooking. Mika. Ah yeah, fried egg. Not that they really cook. Yuzana chili tofu and Chinese noodles and vegetable curry and picked vegetables. Yeah, here's what they cooking. Wait, not Inter. He doesn't have the fucking game. He doesn't have the fucking game. He doesn't. He doesn't. Like, I remember he pretty much, says that he doesn't have the game. It's in Daijin's pause. Like, okay, maybe there's no direct confirmation, but like, given how he speaks, it pretty much implies that he doesn't know anything. He doesn't have the game. If he did have the game, he wouldn't put the question mark. And well, Daijin is just not here, unfortunately. Like, it may be also on that, other, question. Like, again, I'm just searching for the source, you know? Just, to show you that I'm at least capable of searching the fucking wiki. Ah, what? Here it is. Pink. Because, well, he also did the questions through paying. Like, it was in 2019. Bill Dyson, since it would be cool. And vanish with a banger, yeah. Fucking gigachat. She's such a fucking gigachat. Just makes the game, doesn't fucking upload it for whatever reason, and just disappears. Fucking gigachat. Fucking Sigma female. Bye bye. But yeah, if he owned the fucking game, he wouldn't say that. I believe it was on the finishing stage. He wouldn't have said it. It just and he would have uploaded it, or at least say that I can't upload it because well, Daijin. Like I know, I believe. I know, I believe. Yeah. Also played as the Len'en games and somehow yes, yeah, like such a fucking Sigma female, Sigma woman.
Games for the public. Jinx has made remakes of the first 5 tall PC98 games between 2011 and 2015. He remade literally everything in his own engine, art style, and even remakes the music made by him. All this work just for an April Fool's video. People begged him to release them online, but for the longest time, he refused. In 2017, he worked on another project called
And don't check the sources. Yeah, like how the fuck did
Full
that
Flush
happen?
In, a loose remake of Phantasmagoria Dim Dream. It seemed like another April Fool's joke, but thankfully in June, he tweeted about himself wanting to release the game to the public, and shortly after, he did so. This is the closest we will ever get to experiencing the remakes, as Jinx has no plans to release the games to the public. They are in a weird state of being found and lost in media, as Jinx has the games, but just does not want to release them. I like to think of this as those people who hide old and rare prototypes from the public because they are extremely valuable monetarily wise, which is not something I agree with, to be honest, but hey, that's just my opinion.
And no, it's not because he wants to sell them for a big buck. Because if he did, he would have actually had the fucking budget to make both C. It's all because he is just afraid of Zune, which is still fucking bullshit, but still. He doesn't upload. He didn't really want to upload this just because, well, he is afraid of Zune. He doesn't have any malicious intentions, and well, there is a possibility that those games are now completely lost because, well, it has been fucking years, and he could have just accidentally deleted them and shit. Yeah, it's most likely because of legal reasons. All this work for the April Fool. Yeah, yeah. Still not wanting. Actually, yeah. That actually might be the reason why Jinx doesn't want to upload, the PC98 games because, well, Zoom just fucking hates those games, judging by fucking everything. Like, Alice just doesn't fucking appear anymore. Just her yes doll, you know? And to reiterate why Suwawako is still not really all that reliable, I'm not going to watch Fumo videos because, well, it might actually be factual, but I just don't really want to deal with Fumos, and I don't really have enough context to, to be knowledgeable about Teto. And the reason why Suwawako is not reliable in the slightest is because he pretty much retold the story wrongly. And also, let's actually make this a reaction video. Let's make this an actual reaction video. Because I didn't watch it fully because I had to take massive breaks from this video. But since you guys are here, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Yeah, I know the PC98 games have copyright issues. Yeah, that's also a thing because, well, Zune pretty much used a lot of, just other characters, and USD might have gone into that trouble too because those the character names are based on the manga from Sarai. And well, the names are pretty much pulled from here. It's just they have very distinct designs to, not get into legal trouble this time. But Ellen, like, is the biggest one. And I really like Ellen. She's just so me. Being not only looking useful full to the point of being confused as a fucking 12-year-old, but also, fucking forgetting things. Like, and yeah, like, his skills in video making are just really good. He knows how to cook. But the problem is, he isn't just a lore master, his scripts are just not that good, if I'm gonna be honest. And he gets a lot of information just wrong.
You want to know how I got these scars, Flandra? Well, Flandra, it all began a few days ago. Alice and I used to be best friends. You know, hanging out, making magic spells, the whole shebang. Until one day she came home with a man. I couldn't believe it myself. That man had a lot of cards on him. And so day after day, Alice started to hang out with that guy more than me. I'm starting to suspect that she chose him because of the cards. You do have a ton of cards on you that I think Alice would be pleased to have in my possession. Flandra, there's no need to be scared. Just, look away or something. Oh, you won't even believe this. I didn't even need to use the knife. You know, when everything is done, they're gonna make a game about it.
Yeah, I also have no idea what the fuck just transpired.
Never mind. From its very conception, 100th Black Market was always to be known as an game. On July 21st, 2022, a post on the Toho Yoyoma news website was released, and the Toho community went wild over the strange new gameplay, the characters. Dude, look, she has red eyes. Look at those red eyes. I can't. Red eye.
The reaction time is happening because, well, I wanted to prove that, Suwawako isn't that reliable because he got the fucking story of this game wrong, which is like, how? Mega Pig fucking made the video explaining the story in detail. How the fuck did that happen? And I hate this game, but at least I know its story very well.
Oh, and you can't.
Wait, is this still Len'en related, or are we going to hop on 18.5 now? It's partially Len'en related, and the reason why I am passionate about this game as I am is because, well, Jinx pretty much said that GC, well, Golden Chapter, is going to be similar to this. That's why I got so invested, and that's why I got so disappointed, and, is I am on copium that Jinx would do, this type of game better, or at least actually fun. Like, it would have a lot of bullshit because, well, it's Len'en, but still, it would be a fun bullshit, not the fucking this monstrosity. And again, it is also Len'en related because, well, I wanted to prove that he hasn't really learned. He hasn't really learned, unfortunately.
All people could talk about on Twitter and Discord was how Marisa's eyes were somehow the evil color. You had people theorizing that Marisa would become the villain, an evil spirit possessed her, or maybe Mima is finally returning. The game was set to release a month later.
And that was Cap. And that was Cap because, well, Zun is pretty much made a fucking mistake. Like, unless he elaborates on this, like in Tohu 20 or something, that was just a red herring, literally. Because, well, he just painted the eyes wrong and just wanted to retcon. Because, do you remember that Reimu had brown eyes? Or, eyes similar in color with her hair color? But now they're also red. And no one fucking talks about it. They're just, oh, Marisa has seen that! And, he was never really consistent in terms of eye color because remember that Yukari has either purple or orange eyes, and Alice either yellow eyes or blue eyes. Or the most funniest thing that was pointed out by my friend is that she had fucking blue eyes at one point. Though it was more on the fault of the artist, like not getting the eye color right, because well, it was that manga wasn't drawn by him, but still, that's just fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it's just never fucking being consistent.
August to celebrate the 100th Comic Head event, the convention where the man behind Toho Project, Zun, would usually first sell the games. And as Judgment Day came,
Goes all the way back to Sakuya. Oh yeah, that too, that too. But I actually assume that her eyes turn red when she's serious, and well, her eyes are just gray or blue, like just on the regular days.
the Toho community would receive root beer in the mail.
Ah.
The game was a success.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I have this just a reaction to root beer because well, this fucking sound just triggers something in me. Just just very painful reaction of just things dropping, like genuinely. I'm sorry.
Yes, with the casual scene, but with the die-hard Toho community, they saw it as something divisive. A brand new Toho game. She's incredible. Oh, is it any good? There's only one way to find out. Play, play, play. The main meat of the story is how the ability cards are rising in value fast. It makes a lot more.
No, it's not rising in value fast. It's that they were supposed to disappear, but no, they haven't fucking disappeared. They're still like fucking alive through black market and shit.
More sense when you take a look at the previous game, Unconnected Marketeers, where Chimata Tenkyu was the ringleader behind these marketplaces.
Well, she's technically not the main ringleader because well, there were a lot of ringleaders. Well, the main ones are Kimata, obviously, and well, Megumu, and well, Tsukasa. But Tsukasa is just a nutcase.
In the ending, she was forced to close them down, which led to chaos and anarchy in those streets. Marisa Kirasama noticed this phenomenon, so she set out to investigate this problem and to take those cards for herself.
Well, take those cards for herself through black market, of course. No, well, just investigating why the fuck there's a black market in this shit.
Gameplay follows you traveling across 6 markets, but they contain dangerous enemies and bosses that will make you cry. Thankfully, you have 2 mechanics to help you along the way. You'll earn dozens of ability cards to assist you as you progress, each with their own abilities and use cases. From those that make you more powerful to those that make you a hospice patient. You'll build a deck of cards, and in order to collect them all, you'll need bullet money, which you'll get from the magic circle.
And not really that. Well, you do unlock more cards, but to unlock them, for completion, you have to beat the stage and well, the boss associated with that card to, you know, or just fish for the market to get all of the cards, like through completion.
It's Marisa's secondary line of defense. That, while a tool for money robbery, is also a nice device to slow down bullets to save your life. Alright, you know the typical. Marisa continues her journey of fighting Earth's strongest demons, nearly getting her ass burnt in the process. Until she came across.
Oh, crown piece, not the clown piece. Crown piece, a piece of crown.
Villain, Chimata Tenkyu.
She's not the villain.
Can't believe my market had to be shut down. I was building my retirement fund and my Roth IRA. I worked my entire life, dollar cost averaging in the S&P 500, and it was all gone, just like that. Bitch, please. I don't even know what a savings account is. You know what I do? I take stuff. I ain't seen no price tag. I also stole this.
And well, to explain what the fuck did he get wrong, because well, Kimata is not a bad guy in this, or at least not the fake bad guy in this. It's just, from what I understood how the story goes, Marisa just went around the markets and then she stumbled across, well, her final market where she meets Kimata Tenkyu. And well, she just tells Marisa that, well, yeah, the black markets are happening and it was caused by Takane Yamashiro. And well, to prove your worth, just fight me. And then I'll trust you with solving the incident. Which is fucking bad idea. And no wonder she's not only fucking dying, but also got cucked by Megumo. If she's that gullible.
Shimata was surprised at how powerful Marisa became. So, as compensation, she gave her the legendary, one-of-a-kind, $1 million card. The blank card. It's so valuable, it has nothing on it. You need to travel to one of the previous markets with the card to encounter who was truly behind the incident.
And well, not really, because well, she gives us the blank card just to signify to Nitori that, hey, I trust that girl. Now go meet Mitori. 8 foot, блядь, Nitori, and grab her card because I heard she cooked some stuff to crash this fucking market.
No, it's Saika Miki, Nitori Kawashiro.
And again, she's not a fake out villain. She's a collaborator that you have to defeat. And and well, he didn't explain the juice of the blank card because well, it pretty much disallows you from partaking in the black markets, obviously. And that's why force match market is a bit challenging. But you can just equip the Junko card that straight up teleports you to Nitori. Oh, hi.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not the evil one. She is. Here's the key to her castle.
And no, Nitori didn't tell her that, oh, the real culprit is Taman. Блядь, Tamana, fuck, I forgot her name. Takane Yamashiro. You just take this. No, she just gave her the card like, oh, you collaborated, sweet. Now we can fucking show this Yamavarus who's the real Kappas and just gives us the card that crashes the fucking black market. And with this card, this game actually becomes really fun. Actually. And that's like the most fun I had with this game. Otherwise, it was just a... тогда привет. Это... The... Fuck, I forgot what I was talking about.
Well, boys.
Otherwise, this game was just fucking miserable.
We finally know who was controlling the black markets all along. Her name was Takana Yamashiro. Oh, a great fool you are. It appears Lady Chimata has sent you. Unfortunately, I am unstoppable. Bet. Okay, I'll stop and close the market. Sheesh. And yeah.
But Marisa just said, nah, just let the black markets happen, And the fact that also infuriates me the most about the story is that, Takana was ready to give up. She didn't seek the fight. But Marisa just bet the crap out of her because, well, it's Toho. Toho doesn't require you to use your fucking brain to question why this game is so nonsensical. Yeah, that's not how the scenario goes at all. And that's why Suwawako is still not really that reliable. He still doesn't do his fucking research. And he could have just watched Megapix's story and video on this fucking story because he explains the story a lot more better. You know?
It just ends there. No crying, no killing or any kissy stuff. Just it end. At the very least, though, you do get extra time to collect all the cards. You get nothing for doing that, by the way. Despite
No, you get an achievement, and also to get all of the cards, you have to equip the final card, the hundredth market to get all the cards that you have skipped. That's speaking from experience. I have played this shit and I didn't like it.
that 100th Black Market would have been known for its upside-down story and meticulously crafted gameplay mechanics. If it weren't for dog moms. Okay, let's talk a bit in depth about the card system. This game has 85 cards in total, which sounds splendid. But until you know that if you actually want to win at the game, then the list narrows down to like 6. I really mean it when I say that Alan's card is the most broken thing in all of Toho history. At first glance, it's really simple. It just increases the rate of your magic circle. Minecraft has the efficiency enchantment, which serves a similar purpose. But in survival play, the cat maxes out at level 5.
Why do I need this information? Why do I need this information? It's not that relevant.
But once you get one of your tools that high, it doesn't really feel that overpowered. The cap for Alan's card is lower, as it maxes out at level 3. But the big issue is when you collect a full deck, you gain the supernatural ability to turn off your brain. 100th Black Market is for hospice patients. So good on Sun for...
And he doesn't really fully explain what happens when you collect all those 3 cards. Because when you collect all 3, the cooldown for the magic circle just disappears. And well, that's how you get to spam this magic circle several times.
For making a game catering to the geriatric demographic. Spamming your magic circle has never been easier. And to add to the cherry on top, Arumi's card...
Well, he did explain it, but not fully. Like, just spamming. It doesn't really tell me what this card actually does when you get all 3. Because you could just take it, the cooldown just becomes, way shorter. No, it just fucking disappears into nothingness.
Card has the ability to stop bullets when they're inside the magic circle. Collecting those 4 cards literally makes you unstoppable. I can talk about other aspects of the game, like how the fairy patterns are randomly generated, or that there are various bosses per stage, or how there is apparently an endless mode where you can test your skills. But I won't.
What? What? You won't talk about this? You won't fucking talk about this? Bro, this is like, those are the key aspects of this game. Why are you not talking about them? Why are you not talking about them? What? Doesn't help he's using was a cut on top of it like magic. Yeah, he doesn't mention the ultimate combo of this game. That is, those 3 Aon cards, the Urumi card, which pretty much freezes the bullets, the Byakuran card, which increases the radius of your magic circle, and this is important because, well, you don't really get too much mileage of freezing bullets and, just fucking freezing the small circle. And, well, and optional but still very fucking good card is Flanger's card. Because, well, it pretty much destroys the bullets and it helps you to not get overwhelmed by the bullets. Because, well, if they stack, you will pretty much die. Yeah. Let me discuss the gameplay. Depress needs to not discuss gameplay. He just discusses the OP combo, and even then, not the full combo. Not the fucking full combo of this fucking game. Like, there are a lot of issues, but I'll tackle on them later. When I'll, get the slides ready to discuss why this game is fucking ass. But still, why is he not discussing? Why is he not discussing the actual aspects of this game in its full potential? No, let's just cry about the outrage that people were over-exaggerating how this fucking shitty game is. That's not just Aurumi strategy. threat, it's also the background threat. This fucking dude.
The entire game for me.
Also, oh, and also, well, I didn't really that mention this because I forgot, but you also have those photos cards, which pretty much increase the up the uptime of your magic circle, which also helps a lot, which pretty much, removes the stress of it, of mashing the X button. Like, this game pretty much can be described as press X to win, and you will pretty much, yeah, you just press X to win, you know?
You want to win in the game? You better buy your own cards. Except for when you fight Shimada or Nitori, but by that point, you would have so many slots open in your deck that having Aon and Arumi's cards would be the bare necessity. Marisa?
But again, that's not really that useful in Nitori's or Shimata's fights because you can't really stack all three of them because markets during those sections just don't appear, you know? So when you're fighting Shimata or, Nitori, you just better just pick you know, the battle oriented cards or survivability oriented cards like me.
Remember Marisa's red eyes?
And he's going to talk about this instead. Fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. He thinks that is the biggest issue with HBM. But the fucking issue with HBM is its fucking broken ass gameplay.
I said that earlier to be the greatest plot twist that ever happened in the history of history. I remember when the game was about to be released. Everyone on Depression Birdside was talking about it, drawing art and all that. And when the game finally released, we did get an explanation about them.
No.
Nothing. Her eyes are red because why not? I suppose
Because Zun was drunk this evening. And they're also read in Toho 19, so whatever.
thought process went something like this. So, like, dude, I was looking at my aggro lava lamp for the past 3 months, and then I realized that, oh shoot, I have a game to make, and I'm on a bit of a crunch right now, so I need to do this quick. I can't really make a tubular redesign, so dude, she's so aggro. Oh my goodness, dude, I gotta tell my dude friends. Oh, her design is so tubular now. No way. The launch of 100th Black Market was so underwhelming, it died in a week. And I'm not kidding when I say that. On the 2023 popularity poll, the game received 31st out of 58 works choices, above Mystic Square of all things. A really great and polished game that
No, for why he mentions that it's above Mystic Square, but he should have pointed out that it's very low on the placement. It's very low on the placement. Like, yeah, we have the classics, then we have the more modern classics like more F, subterranean animism. Lol K is also surprisingly here, maybe because Lunko, Udo Udol G, which is well recent, so maybe it's recency bias. Like, there are a lot of games above them.
the game
Like, compared to, the other games, it performed quite poorly, actually. So, he shouldn't complain about, PC98 games being below because, well, who gives a shit about PC98 games anyway in modern days? Because yeah, actually, yes, that's actually the reason. Maybe that's why the story was fucking shit.
31st out of 58 works choices, above Mystic Square of all things. polished game that needs more love. 100th Black Market had everything in place to stand out. The gameplay was radically different. The cards are unique. And at the very least, the story of Maurice's red eyes, while sad, gave the game some character and lore. But the
No, it's just Zone having a dementia moment. It's just Zone having a dementia moment. Yeah, this is just popularity. PC98 games are just objectively more better than, the HBM. Yeah, Shoot the Bullet actually is also way better experience than HBM. And even though I haven't like cleared it, it it was a fun time. Like I didn't expect a photo game being this good. It was very satisfying to take pictures at the right times. So yeah, that the fact that it's so low is just
game doesn't exist in anyone's minds anymore. And in my eyes, it's all because of the biggest issue plaguing it the grind.
no, it's shitty gameplay. The problem is not the grind. The problem is a fucking lame ass gameplay. It's not the grind. Because well, if that was the case, then wow, uh, photo games also suffer from this issue because well, they're also very grindy games.
No one likes grinding in games.
Как дела? У меня хорошо. У меня плохо, потому что я смотрю Suwawako.
And it sucks because it can be done right. In this game, the randomness ruins it because there are some fairy patterns that make replaying them fun and happy, while others are just straight up miserable. But when you learn that most cards pale in comparison to Aorumi, it makes the grind pretty unrewarding.
Well, that's not really the issue with this game, it's just the issue with some roguelikes. Because, yeah, because, well, in roguelikes or, well, roguelites, like, if you're going to be pedantic about it, is that, yeah, you grind a lot to unlock more items. And, that I play, like, The Binding of Isaac. This is pretty much a fucking kids game compared to what I'm have to do in Isaac. Yeah, the grind is a problem because the gameplay isn't that interesting. Yeah, like the grind can be fun when the gameplay is actually fun.
At the very least, you can sigh in relief knowing that your grind was pretty short. It may sound sadistic when I say this, but it could actually be rewarding if Alan's cards were toned back and Arumi's just didn't exist.
No, it would have been fun if the fucking patterns were good, not fucking being lame as shit, ripped from Lenen and somehow being worse than Lenen.
As of late, I've been playing Mystic Square, and the juxtaposition of the game's progression is pretty fascinating to me.
Those are different games. You should have played BPOC instead to compare.
100 Black Market was absolutely.
Oh yeah, permanent upgrades, you don't have them all unlocked, so you just start with objectively worse version of the game. Yeah, that's like the big issue with roguelites. Because, well, you just don't really experience the game as a whole. Like, unlocking stuff is neat and all, but, don't know, just having to unlock so much stuff to just make the game, playable is just, eh.
Painful until I learned about the Aorumi strat, where after I began feeling like grandma at the ER. With Mystic Square, though, yeah, trying to beat it was hard, but learning how to deal with those quick attacks and inching farther and farther each time toward finally beating Shinki makes me feel rewarded. Now,
Well, I guess the only comparison is that, well, the patterns. And really just patterns. Because in every other Toho game, the patterns are actually decent or good. But HBM just fucking king bo- drops the ball because the patterns here are just shit. Yeah, it has no fucking relation. He should have compared to BPOHC. And also, what the fuck? Like, I know you are uninterested in Lennon at this point, but Jesus Christ, you could have just played BPOHC and compared those experiences. Those are like also roguelite games. Yeah, like BPLC is also, not really exactly one-to-one experience, but still, like, comparing those two games, like BPLC becomes like a fucking king godsend, especially with the story. And gameplay being like on normal to easy difficulties quite fun, but sometimes you can be screwed over by bullshit.
You would expect me to say that 100th Black Market is an absolute garbage compactor of misery and say that this disaster of a game is so lame. I want to play something else. Like this masterpiece. But no, I think you should play the game. It's the easiest to 100% completely. My proof? I got something so cool. It's the chords. The chords are everywhere. They're trying to say you beat the bloody game. A great new stinking revelation. Oh, son, you're a great game designer. This game was.
Yeah, the pattern sounds like, but I like this game with the music. Yeah, yeah, like the music in HBM is actually very good. Like, mm, I can get that it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's actually very unique and really good. Like, especially, the early boss theme. Like, it's just such a fucking banger. Like, aha, I caught you! And now you beat the shit out of them. Like, yeah, it has a lot of bullshit, BPHC, but for me, it actually makes the game quite charming. Like, it's bullshit, but it's artistic bullshit. The one that only comes from an artist that forgot about the game design. But here, in HBM, that just feels lazy. The BS here just feels very lazy, like a bankrupt on ideas.
Was not a mistake. It was a first attempt at something new which had some major flaws. And I would be lying in saying that I did not enjoy spamming the magic circle of Alan's cards. I guess the most I can say for 100th Black Market is it's a happy little accident. Hey, it ain't perfect, but it does have direction and magnitude.
Also, what the fuck was I? Yeah, like, like BPLC's bullshit is just more unique, you know. And well, HBM just suffers from its rush development cycle, and being really lazy. Chim- like I don't really have a lot of experience with Toho, if I'm gonna be honest, but the Chimata's patterns are just ripped straight out of Toho 18. And well, while BPHC also reuses a lot of patterns, like it also provides a lot of new patterns. And BPHC is as bullshit as it is, it's just caused by sheer inexperience. And HBM is based upon just laziness, you know? Like you could have just compared those two games. And in BPOC has the strongest case in terms of story because the story is actually good and gets you invested. But HBM story is just bullshit. So yeah. Um wait, does it? Yeah. HBM is IC but worse, yeah. Also, BPHC is insanely ambitious with all the content in it. Yeah. Has two average length game scenarios as one as well neutral stuff, so the new content makes up for the reuse of assets. The worst part of Len'en's force is Mitsuma's theme that doesn't sound nice. Yeah. Like, BPHC has soul. Yeah. Like, yeah, it's not really the best game out there, but it's a game that was made, for artistic purposes. And well, HBM, it was rushed. It was rushed with the hundreds black market, for the black hundreds black market, at the hundreds comic in mind, you know. And overall, this is just a problem with current, Toho games in general, because well, they're just rushed because of their short development cycles, like in 3 months, and even less, because well, we Violet Detector is infamously developed in 1 month, which is insane, and that's why, you know, it's not really that good. And I have to kind of disagree with Suwawako partially, because he, on his review of Violet Detector, which is, unlike this one, was at least decent, because he did talk about part of the gameplay, and well, he said that you should play it, but I would advise against it. Yeah, I hope so too. Like, he would actually give Toho 20 an actual time. And well, I wouldn't recommend playing Violet Detector, because well, it's fundamentally broken. It's fundamentally very broken, because well, his approach that well Zun took, just uh they just copying lazily the patterns. They're not designed around. They're not designed around uh wait around the teleportation mechanic. Yeah, because yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. When I actually can see my model, I can actually do some motions. Mm-hmm. Because well, when I watch my votes, I just get the feeling, what the fuck? Why is my model is so stiff? Mm-hmm. And yeah, well, because the patterns were lazily copy pasted, it was not designed with the teleportation mechanic, which is way too specific. Like, he should have, just used Lenen's base and just, make Suwawako invisible. And well, that's why VD is fundamentally broken, and you should just play the fixed versions instead. Even though I haven't played them, I just don't really want to go back to that experience. Mm-hmm. But with his take on HBM, yeah, I think you should still play it and make your own judgment. Because, well, I had expectations, and those expectations, well, failed. Because, well, again, I just wanted to have a sneak peek on, GC. And, well, I and now I have a lot of expectations toward Jinx, even though he doesn't have any plans to develop the GC at this moment. And well, it is still a worthwhile experience, because well, with HBM, I actually can get why people are enjoying this game as much as they do, because it's still a very unique experience of Toho. Mhm. Also, I said that I had tweaks on my model, and some of them you have seen. Like, I can do the Gangi Marie now. So now I can actually be insane. The Toho community overhypes everything. A lot of new fans recently buys 18.5 and 19 came out and people think world is over. Yeah. Yeah, even though I bash those games a lot, I don't think it's that over or that Zone should retire. No, I don't really think so. In fact, I would actually feel upset if Zone actually retires. Because the charm is gone. Because even though I may disagree with some Lennon. No, not Lennon. Toho themes. Th- it still has charm. Like Zone sometimes cooking. And well, those games that just are unfortunate because well, those two games. Can I try this? Yeah, those two games are just are happen to have a very um complex genres. It's not like your typical shoot 'em up game. It's one of them was a roguelike, and other was the Phantasmagoria, and those games should have had a more cook time. Yeah, it's just I personally didn't like them, but still, it's not really for me. Just oh, it's so over, it's so over. Oh, the the dog is now bad now. No, I just think those games are just unfortunate because I'm pissed about that they had a potential, and this potential is wasted due to rush development. Because, well, as one base human said, a delayed game will be eventually good, but rushed game will be forever bad. And I again, that's not the only adjustment because, well, I decided to do a little bit more of a lean now. It's still kind of flawed because, well, of the sleeves, but I tried my best. I tried my best, guys. Don't be mean to me. So I can fix this. I can kind of fix this later if I'm not lazy. Like I had some on like retained form, so maybe that's why they're a bit goofy. But yeah, I just thought that my model was lacking um movement. So I just did a simple, you know, the lean that everyone was talking about. And yeah, that may actually give my model some kind of life, even though it's still stiff. It's still stiff. This week is sleeping less. It's freaking needed more. Let me check the comments. No chat. Talking 19 needs more time. Game Phantasmagoria, bad name. Yeah, like people were very excited that finally, finally, Phantasmagorias will actually be viewed good this time. Because well, for some fucking reason, people just hated Phantasmagorias, and I didn't understand this. And it's especially propagated by Kinsokyo boys. Like they say, "Oh, this game is so fucking bad," but no, it's decent. It's decent. What the fuck are you on, guys? Same for years. People thought it was over AG, and now it is. Yeah, yeah. Those games are solid. Those games are solid. It's just people are just over exaggerating. It's just redraw the arm sprite and not look the sleeve, but emulate three-dimensional movement that takes a lot of error, trial and error. Maybe, but don't know. I just don't really feel like it to spend a lot of too much effort. Like those sleeves are just important, but again, I'll just add more busier because well, I did this adjustment on a rush because well, I was busy with Calamity, admittedly. So yeah, Phantasmagoris is the single player. Yeah, Like, and even then, I don't really think the single player is that bad. Though again, it's maybe because I'm noob and just play the games on much more lower difficulties. And strangely enough, those games, like those imbalanced games, for some fucking reason, are just much more better experience on lower difficulties. So maybe that's why I view BPOHC on much more positive light, and why I don't really think that it's all over with Oduology. Because characters have it rough in their single player even more than they usually do in PvP. Oh, really? Hmm. It's alright, this is out of passion after all. You can draw a tweak model with your own pace on Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagorias are pretty good. I recently noticed that rather like Seiho more than Toho. Seiho is dead unfortunately, but the second game is good emo. Yeah. Yeah, that's also a big loss. And what the fuck? Did he make a video on Seiho? Because I believe he did, but I didn't check it because well I wasn't interested. Like I'm not that really interested in Seiho, but I still can mourn its loss. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, he didn't make a video on Seihu. Mm-hmm. He did Raw as usual. Wait, then maybe I just didn't notice it. I need, I need to. But yeah, his videos are just so raw, just so raw. He should have, just just go in. Like I think the biggest problem with him is just he doesn't really get invested in his topic. Mm-hmm. Must help host at Power 15. Yeah, he actually loves this game. Mm-hmm. Decent story for which continue from manga and best. Yeah, yeah. Also, I heard that with coloring, it was Alpha that helped him out on the art. That's why in Mountain of Face the coloring is just eh. Man, things this I want to make. Yeah, yeah. Please do it for me. I'm too lazy to do this myself. But honestly, I don't have much expectation for Toho. Maybe a bit skewed, but that's my feeling about it. Yeah, I don't really. I also just stopped having expectations for Toho at this point. Mm-hmm. Need someone to read the scripts and thoroughly as well. Please hire me, Suwawako. Please, I want you to. I want you to. You have editing skills and I have writing skills, maybe. So please hire me. Hire me. I can actually read. I can actually read. It seems very clearly new to the series. It's hard to educate people when you're completely new to this topic. Well, yeah, he is new, but still, that's just you could. He was making not Lenen videos, Toho videos for what like over a year now, over a year, and still like almost 2 years when he no 2 years when he started making Toho games это Toho videos, and he still hasn't really learned. He isn't he about it for 5 years at least. Then that's more shameful. That's more shameful, honestly. Do you all Yeah, now in this section we just trash talk him. Oh my god. I think it has something to do with Suwawako doing research into the topic he isn't emotionally invested in nor care about it. Like he does it out of content than a drive. Like he has like that's also a statement that Ginso Chronicle made on my my most popular video, Len'en lore in a nutshell. He also pretty much stated that he seems to do it rather for content rather than him caring about it. But don't know, I just think he's just naive, very naive, or not really that invested because Toho and Lennon are just way too niche. Way too niche to, do content about it, And and especially Len, like I seriously disagree that he made this video out of, content. Like someone must have, offered like suggested him to make Lennon video and he's like, "Oh, that seems weird." And, decide to make a video about it. A very shitty video, but still a video. And maybe that's why initially Lennon fans were just happy that, Lennon has some acknowledgement from Toho YouTubers because, well, Toho, not Toho, Lennon is fucking hated, I feel. It's really hated amongst Toho fans because, for one reason is very much, understandable because, yeah, even Len fans admit that gameplay isn't the best. But the second reason is more flimsy, like lore being like weird or characters being genderless for some reason. Like I saw a stream of one guy like doing a Lennon playthrough, and he just said, this the genderless aspect is making the story drop." Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's a point. That's a point that gender doesn't matter. What the fuck? What happens when he runs out of Toho? Like, now I'm going to rechat. Maybe he'll just become a Madoka channel, but don't know. I don't think he'll get too much success. Clearly, a modern YouTuber makes content rather than the passion. Every student trying to make content out of Lenen is like trying to make money out of Muka. Yeah, like again, this is too niche. This is way too niche to actually view it as a content venture. Mm-hmm. I think he watched the code something more obscure to show his knowledge. Oh, maybe that's why. But still, just it's still rather surprising that he still made this video. It's partly why these modern Tohotubers aren't exactly my favorite. The passion isn't there. People used to make those videos solely out of insane love. But we have Mega Peak and Genso Chronicle. Those people are doing out of passion, and I think those are just the best Toho channels. And Asprey too. Asprey also does very good Toho videos. But people use Toho's high engagement for views. Yeah, it seems hated in Toho, so Son of the Seventh isn't hated by Zoom Tlmao. Got a feel so tired, but right now he technically been making videos for 5 years, but only started ball running 2 years later. The characters being generalist affects nothing. I don't see why. Yeah, like seriously, what's the fucking problem? If the characters were all female, you wouldn't give a shit. It's good. Yeah, they miss the part that they can actually be anything, Like, they can be either husband or waifu. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, you can just headcanon and just be chill with that. Like, what the fuck? Like, it seems like he's new, but 2 years of experience doesn't help become a professional artist, yeah. Like, again, if you're that invested, because even though I have been in Toho for like almost 9 years at this point, I kind of been more recent in the I became more recent in like the Toho lore thing because I never gave attention because I followed the fanon and I got very disillusioned after this. Like, fuck. Fandom was better. Fandom was better. That's my hot take. Fandom was infinitely more better than canon. Fandom at least gives those characters character. They, they because lazy, yeah. Additional story. Why is that? Well, I think there's three reasons why Toho why Lenen is like hated is in Toho is one because it's a derivative fan work, which means Toho bootleg, and no people don't like bootlegs, like especially you have seen the Power Word controversy, you know. Second of all, well, gameplay, which is like the most understandable reason to not like Lennon, because well, again, Lennon is just even Lennon fans just admit that gameplay isn't the best. Well, it's not really that best. And the third reason is just the general thing or just the lore thing. Even though, just again, I will stand on that hill that the Lennon lore is just way more interesting. Like I get invested in the characters for one point. hmm And people who don't talking about how the bad balance is. Yeah, that's the most biggest issue. Like they don't really seem to play a lot of STGs at all, and kind of that's a really lazy thing to criticize. Like you complain about balance, but you don't play STGs. What the fuck? London is pretty much motivated to actually play STGs and get into the games, and that's why I feel more passionate about the Toho games. Especially the hub. My God, please look different. This is a bad hood design. Yeah, yeah. Like yeah. Also about the characters, well, I think like the characterization actually should have helped Lena boost in popularity because there's like not Bobby, like old toys versus modern toys debate, because back then toys pretty much were not really too much character based. They pretty much encourage the your own thinking, and that's why Toho took off as much as it did, because there's a lot of space for the fan. But modern toys are more focused on lore, so people would do their own fanfictions or whatever, and that's how I feel about Lennon. It's like more lore based toys, but that doesn't mean you just have to strictly adhere to that lore. Is please assigned? Yeah, that's a big issue. That's a big issue. hmm Like, please just assign the flash bombs to C button. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then great sound effect is better. Yeah, yeah, I agree too. And it would be a shame if it was replaced because we haven't had uh, a блять, я забыла. At STG in fucking years at this point. Like the only genuine criticism about Lenen besides gameplay is that we fucking wasted a lot of time on fucking gacha game. What got you guys into Toho animes? I got it through Asana Remo, basically a fanfiction, and it aged. Well, I remember that no, I was scrolling through YouTube as a wee baby. Like it was elementary school. I remember, like it was definitely an elementary school, and for some kind of miracle, I pretty much stumbled across one of the Toho PVs. Like those used to be very common, and now they're just gone. Like unless they're from other circles, but they don't have the meme quality. I feel like they don't have that charm. So maybe it might be my nostalgia. Internet culture in general. Yeah, it's actually quite interesting that Toho is kind of ever present, but still niche. Even though this is also an effect like with um Ace Attorney. Yeah, Ace Attorney. Even then, I feel Ace Attorney isn't that niche as Toho. I got into Toho 15 to my favorite games. I got a mix of Megalom 9 Omega's gameplay scene, which also leads me to Len. Oh, you guys got through. A lot of you guys got through TF2. That's interesting. Like, I know it's very close, but still, I was never that invested in TF2 or any shooter games at all. But still, middle school for me, I guess, sort of Macron to KKT, starting from 2020. Yeah, good that crap is just based, based, very much based. Preach, King. Preach, James. Fucking preach it. I just watched some videos. Yeah, Thief 2 was like. And well, like, again, with Toho, I got it through Toho PVs, and I think the first one was Kirino's Perfect Math Class. Like, I do remember that, I learned them through this, and I watched Kirino's Perfect Math Class way too often. And well, I was happy when, Chino appeared in, a certain game that is also very much controversial, and well, took a long time to develop. A friend like Toho and found old Nika Nika animations fell into rabbit hole from here. Yeah, it's oddly very ingrained, but very niche. And well, through Len'en, I found it through Haru TH, and well, I think that's he kind of confirms that he was a guy, like in Meme's theme from Toho fan made something something. I don't really remember. And well, he uploaded the Suzumi theme, and well, I was interested. I was intrigued as a child because, well, the character looked vastly different from Toho. Like, the art style pretty much, threw me off guard. And the theme was, well, very ominous, and I was like, got very invested in. Like, I got very invested in. And then I kind of forgot about it because, well, for some fucking reason, child me was very cynical. Like, if I see a game or a series that hasn't been updated for several years, I just think it just got canned, and I just dealt with it, you know. And and then I kind of fell off from it. But then on my darkest time, which I won't really get into much detail, but I was in a very tough situation, and where I felt really awful about myself. And I remembered then, oh wait, there was this guy who made, that Toho knockoff. I should check it out. And I was surprised to see it being finished. Like there are a lot of characters, and those were very unique characters too. So I got very invested, and oh god, I do remember those warm times when BPHC was still in translation. Like it was like seeing a building project, just like in real time. It just made you feel very fuzzy. Well, did Chino appeared in a controversial game? Um, okay, I'll say it blunt. It's Yandere Simulator. It's Yandere Simulator. She appeared here as an Easter egg. Or, well, as transformation. And I got very happy. But then I just fell off from Yandere Simulator. For me, Gateway was extra mind. Told me to get into it. I found Lenen just by reading wiki from Become Fuma Me server when I played with my brother. I actually make a video when Lennon was cool as thought Lennon was cool as fuck, especially yeah, that scene was so good. All of my favorite game franchises of all time nearly has no chance of coming back. How do I have your optimism? Well, you just fucking forget that time exists. That's all. That's how I fucking weathered through the hiatus, which is like, a more development time. Because even though I thought it was canned as a child, I still just, I'll check it out later, And that later actually paid off. I confess about Seiho and Len. Somehow I thought Len music was composed by Zoom. There's so much dialogue, yeah. And I think that's like the best thing about BPRC. It has so much dialogue, but in my opinion, it actually works. Because, well, kind of. They make dialogues actually fun. They're not exposition dumps. Like a lot of other fan games with lengthy dialogues, or even like other like like mainstream media like Genshin Impact. Like, yeah, it also has lengthy dialogue, but it feels like just an exposition dump, But then it doesn't feel like this. Even we have exposition dump team in preschool team, it still manages to be fun. Yeah. Not an English translation had a Susumi saying "the fucked" or something like that. Yeah, it used to say it like that, but now it's pretty much gone. And another thing about this is that when it was deleted, sometime later, Botsy alpha version was updated, and it actually contained a fucking swear. Like, Susumi didn't swear, RD specifically, but then, then there was official swear, and it felt like Jinx did this to spite the removal of the swear. Yeah, those are actual interactions and not just exposition dumps. And then dialogue is shit talking the other person, and then random exposition happens with someone to flex their knowledge. Yeah, and they present the exposition in a actual fun way. That would swear at people. Yeah, especially Adi. Especially Adi. Oh, I stretched. Forget time exists, as Aleph said, and play Bloodstained. Bloodstained keep me alive when playing as fast like Castlevania OE. Also, I have a question for you guys. Which game series I should get invested in? And preferably, they would have, just silly but serious lore like Lenen or Project Moon, because even though it's very grimdark, it's also very silly, especially Limbus. Limbus is very silly. And like also like Dorhidoro, I really like Dorhidoro. This is my most, so my if I had a recommendation for anime, Like besides awesome ranking, it would be just Dorhidoro. Just Dorhidoro. Please watch Dorhidoro. It's very silly. It's very fun. And it's also reminiscent of Lennon because well, the character interactions are also makes you very fuzzy, especially Noi and well, Shin. It's also very good. And well, Maiden Abyss, also a very cool anime. Everyone should watch it. It's a very cute anime. Oh yeah, I did, I did it. How do I say this? Also, tried to get into Mother 3, but for some fucking reason, I got kind of soft locked due to my skill issue. Like I stuck on that fucking dinosaur, and that's like it's the starting boss, and I feel sad, very embarrassed. But I will try it. I will try it. I want to feel depression. Yeah, that's also another thing that I want from my recommendation is that it would actually make me fucking miserable. Most potential I've seen. Maybe I should actually try it out. I'm as a zoomer, I'm not really that interested in old series actually, and that's most like depressing thing about me that I just for some fucking reason just not that interested in old stuff. But maybe I should try Castlevania. Buffs and debuffs are actually good. Finally. And I would probably use a lot of buffs because I really love supporting characters. I love supports and buffs in general. Like the most thing about I know about Castlevania is that fucking game translation. Like, what is the man? A miserable pile of secrets. And well, that dry delivery of Richter. Is a support character. Oh, fuck. Maybe then I should. Maybe then I should actually get into it as soon as possible. Well, when I actually, get relieved. Because holy shit, if the main character is a support, I like it. I like it. I really like supports. And also, from what I actually had played, or like, I just want some wacky shit, and I wanted to get into Yakuza series because, well, it seems like up my valley, literally up my valley, because it's also silly yet serious. But don't know. Previously I had fears that it won't just run on my PC because it's a 3D game, and back then I had a very dead, very weak PC. But now I have proper gaming PC. Maybe I should. It's just I don't know. I feel the backlash from pirating the games because I don't really want to pay more than 1,000 rubles for a game. That's my stance on the games. I won't pay for the fucking game if it costs more than 1,000 rubles. The voice acting is most accurate, but when the game had to scream the hacker, they can't. They worked with the developer close enough to cut the ending on them. Most of them still not actual voice actors. Okay. Wait, was I talking about? Yeah, I won't pay for the game if it costs more than 1,000 rubles because that's like if I waste more than 1,000 rubles, that's like a necessity. Only a necessity that I'll need, you know. And well, the games aren't that necessary, especially with the age of pirating and pirating being like very much commonplace in like Russia. It's pretty much, a custom in Russia. Especially now that, you know, you know what happened. It's just, kind of, there's a stigma when it comes to VTubers. Like, if I say, yeah, I pirated this, and like, what the fuck did you fucking pirate this? You're a shame. Oh yeah, have you seen now? They do a lot of yeah. I've seen that. Mm-hmm. Like, no, this is my chance. My chance to shine. Like, I don't know, dark when it needs to be. Risk of Rain, please. Oh, it's yeah. I also heard of Risk of Rain is that it's a roguelike, and I enjoy roguelikes. I like feeding my gambling addiction, without spending the money. And well, also maybe I'll try Klonoa. Maybe. Weh. Oh, hoo, 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 hoo. Oh, I'm getting a bit tired. Like, no, not really. Mentally, I'm still energized, but my body is like, please, stop this torture. I'm getting stiff. Please. And actually, my model, like, I didn't like how I executed my previous, I don't know, my angles for the face, but now I kind of like it. I got used to it. Also, as a closing, for the stream, because this became a Zatsudan, or, the chatting stream, the body is EP. Here's a big. Clone of the Oh, okay, okay. Like, I will showcase you an old model, which, well, I did a showcase of that. Like, the main thing I didn't like about my model is that fucking long skirt. And that, well, as you can see, it doesn't have a lot of movement. And that the jacket is way too dark and not properly detailed. But I do admit that I executed those tasks much better. But the problem with them is that, well, I fused them, so I don't really have, the movement in them. So, like, I wanted to do a bit of breathing. Also, I maybe should, блять, что я хотела сказать? I want to slow down the breathing and, maybe edit out the particles because I realized that I made the particles here much better. It's just I couldn't separate them because I fused them because I wanted to optimize my model for the, the free version. But, the tutorials that, I used to, make this model is just, they use pro version and they use a lot of warp deformers. So there. I wonder, yeah, it's toggles also here, but there are a lot less toggles because again I tried to optimize it. Like my usual glasses. But yeah, those are literally, that's it. That's it about my toggles. Like this fucking long skirt made me more stubbier than I needed to be, And the weird booba thing, like I don't like how my logo moves because, well, it implies that I have a bigger legs than I have. And I didn't do the leaning uh motion because, well, I tilt my head a lot, and I thought, fuck, maybe I shouldn't do that. But I decided, wait, since I don't really turn my face a lot like this, I don't really have to, do. I can actually make this work. I can actually make this work. And I added the more details to the jacket, and the steppies, and those are supposed to be with liquid, filled with liquid, but I got too lazy, and I don't really have too much idea how do I execute this. And well, here are my toggles for all the new viewers. Like here are my rabbit ears because I like Banui. I like bunny girls. I have cat ears. Oh, I also can do this freaky abomination. Like cat ears because, well, of course I'm a VTuber, an anime girl, and well, I did make my skirt a much more shorter, even though I don't really wear uh, short skirts in real life. And again, this model was based on me IRL, but more exaggerated and based on the channel. Like, if you take out, a lot of things, then you pretty much get me, you know? We need to go. Was a nice part to be a stream and not watch after see everyone. Yeah, goodbye, Eret. Goodbye, Eret. Ah, yeah, and also another thing is that I added to this model hand rigging, as you noticed. Even though it's more clunky, especially, I have my mic on the side, so it can't really read my right hand too accurately. It's still like I wanted to do more expressive, and just flex. Even though it was very, very, hard to make them, at least in the way I was satisfied. And I tried to give it a little bit of a 3D effect. It's just I haven't figured out how to do with the lining just yet. Like people say like there's mask layer, but no, I seriously I'm still a massive noob. So yeah, and I had the breathing physics, but I feel like I should have done them much better. And well, about the toggles. Bidranka Salani, yeah, goodbye. Like if I'll show you, all my toggles and the change log of my model, and then we can just uh be over with the stream because well it's 1 a.m. and like maybe my grandma wants to sleep. She probably doesn't have any idea what's going on. Like I have those glasses once again, and I turned on more opacity on the glasses. I can still remove my jacket, and I can do this. Oh wait, oh fuck! I actually did a fucking mistake. I should fix this. I should fucking fix this. I should fix this. But it'll be a very fucking huge Mendox Raw way to fix this because, well, you know, hands are just like that obnoxious. Maybe I should just keep my jacket on forever. Also, yeah, cat face. And I can remove my aura. So yeah, that was the stream. I will cut it up for the vote. And, remove the stats done because, well, or maybe cut it out, but remove me the whole talking about stuff. Just pointing out how Suwawako is flawed because well we did discuss that when his content feels like he isn't that um invested in the in the topic. Да, привет, Аким, и пока, Аким, походу, потому что стрим, сука, закончился, и я уже устал, и я хочу это уже подняться и что-то делать, ну или спать. Но ментально я не устала. Мгм. So yeah, that was the stream. Thank you everyone who joined in, and thank you everyone to... Блять, no, that's wrong, that's wrong. Alright. Oh, блять. My body is so stiff. So yeah, I'll chop it up to the bot. So, to tell everyone that, Suwako is not reliable. Yeah, see you guys, Good night, everyone. Or good day, everyone. Goodbye.